Hello guys, how's it going? This is Alpha here, and today we're gonna be doing a quick video about KANAE's NR kit, and yeah, let's go into it. We are gonna make it quick, so yeah, let's begin. So, what you wanna know is, first of all, Curse is a must in terms of armor. It's the best that I found on her until now, and it's the most versatile because you wanna use her in Workshop, you wanna use her in Guild Boss, and yeah, it doesn't matter what content you're gonna use it on, Kelsey is gonna be the most versatile on it. If you're thinking about using armed like on Yusuyun, you don't want to do that because armed is actually pretty useless on her. In terms of accessories, this is where you have a lot of legroom to actually change it. So there are two main options that you can use. There is expert, there is curse, and there is also a third option which is executioner. So I did a lot of testing in workshop 2, although it does need further testing because I don't have any tickets left to test it again. But on a hard workshop of brilliant light, expert worked the best. But I have to say that executioner does give better results depending on how fast you can stack expert. You need to remember, to get the full output from expert, you're gonna need to stack it fast. And sadly for KANAE, even if you do one skill that hits like 10 times and all of them crit, it's only gonna stack one time because it only counts the entire skill itself. So yeah, that's the situation right now. So in terms of what gear to use, I would recommend going executioner because it's the most versatile. I use both of them because I change it depending on what I need, on what content I'm doing. For Guild Boss, you're gonna have to run Expert. Expert is the best for Guild Boss. There is no question about it. In terms of stats, what you're gonna be aiming for, my build is a little more oriented towards Workshop of Brilliant Light, as you can see from my defense span. Of course, you can change it. You want to have high crit chance for, of course, an entire build, basically, and also for SL weapon passive. So yeah, in terms of crit damage, you're gonna want around 11 to 12 thousand. You don't need too much. Don't go overboard. It's useless beyond a certain cap, anyways. In terms of damage increase and damage penetration, you're gonna be wanting to use different cores to switch between them. So if I want to get damage increase, I'm gonna be switching to a different core. And yeah, that's basically it in terms of build. In terms of rotation, what you're gonna want to do is pretty simple. So first of all, don't get addicted into using her. I know it sounds weird, but the issue most people have when they use KANAE is that they use her for too long. Do a quick rotation and move out. What what I mean by a quick rotation, do some basic attacks and then use your skill 1. Then you want to use your skill 2. You want to use your core attack, skill 2 again, ultimate, skill 2 for final time. Of course, if you don't have ultimate, just use the skill 2 for the final time and switch out. Why you wanna do that? Because she eats 4 mana by a lot, and the only way you can regen mana with her properly is using Gina. And if you don't rotate fast enough, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna go into the negative zone in your mana. And what's that gonna lead to is the fact that you're gonna run out of mana in basically every mode. Unless you're running high mana consumption. Which is the only way to do it is either getting a core like that can help you with mana consumption, or you can also get a mana consumption reduction core, but it is a waste of a core in the end of the day. So yeah, that's basically the build that I can suggest on KANAE. I know it was a quick video. I don't want to waste time on it too much. I think you can get a lot of information from other YouTubers too, but that's the best builds I found for her that I'm using right now. I tested on multitude of bosses. I also tested on how to workshop. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. By the way, in regards if you should summon on her, you shouldn't if you have invested already into Yusuyun. What I mean by that is, if you have Yusuyun invested, you can already clear any other fire content in the game anyway, especially Workshop. You don't really need KANAE for anything except if you're a whale and then you're gonna summon on her anyway, because you want to invest into her for Guild Boss. She's mainly a Guild Boss unit right now, If she's gonna have future content, that's gonna depend on the developers' decisions and opinions about how they want to go with it. Let's do a quick test between the executioner and expert performance in, for example, a high-level boss, which is Kaiser POS 20. As you can see, we don't even have type advantage, so Essil is gonna be pretty useless because we're not gonna be able to break him anyway. We're gonna do two runs, one with expert and one with executioner. Here is the difference in stats. This is with expert, and this is with executioner. As you can see, with executioner we have lower attack, but we do have a little bit more damage increase. The difference is very minimal and is not gonna affect our results too much. It might even tilt towards expert because of the higher attack. So yeah, let's begin with the expert run and let's go in.
Leave it to me. Happy to join you. Do you believe in me?
Okay, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna stack grid for a couple of times.
For our shining glory!
We want to get that crit chance as high as we can before we actually move into KANAE, because he moves into later stages very fast, and we want to see that we're able to deal as much damage as possible.
This is the power of House Redeemer! Demonic loop firing! I'll show you. This is the power of House Redeemer! Now! In a day's work! Loop firing! Too slow! Stop running! Gotcha! Get in my way. This is the power of House Redeemer! Loop firing! I'll show you. Block if you can. It's the enemy.
As you can see, first of all, let's look at the stacks. We have only 24 stacks, and 24 stacks is not gonna give you the same amount of damage that Executioner is gonna be giving you, which is 60%. So yeah, if this battle would have been longer and the boss had more HP, Executioner would have already shown a bigger difference in damage. So now let's test Executioner.
Leave it to me. In a day's work. For our shining glory! Look! Loop firing!
So, as you can see, first of all, what we're not gonna be judging by is by the time, because again, this boss is a little bit annoying, and as you can see, the time is gonna be different between each run depending on how lucky you were in terms of getting damage in. What we're gonna be judging by is the numbers. And as you can see on screen right now, the average damage per combo, you could say, per rotation on KANAE was higher on Executioner. So yeah, it depends really on the type of boss you're going up against. What I would suggest is getting a nice balance between also damage penetration and defense penetration, sorry, and damage increase. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was not a long video, but I hope it gave you guys a little bit of idea on what you should do with KANAE when you build her. Also, my suggestion, don't go beyond A5 on her, but you should not go less than that, because going less than A5, I'm sorry, but it's not worth it. You should just skip the meta if you're gonna be doing that. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.